Hello everybody, today is Thursday, January 30th. I have another live trading video from Trader Jim. First chart I want to show before we see the video is this is a 987 tick on the NASDAQ, and I've done something that I've never done before, is I turned the computer on Sunday night, and I haven't turned it off. I've just let the P&L accumulate, and this is what I've got so far, the 987 tick doing very well this week. You can see I had a winning trade here. I wanted to show you how important just the standard pivot points are. So on this chart, I have the standard NinjaTrader indicator pivot points. Now, since this chart is 24/7, this is the pivot point for the day and the night session combined. So that's here. And then I drew in the pivot points for just the day session. I just dragged it from another chart and put trend lines here for the levels. Now, what I want you to notice is this is the session dividing line. This is the beginning of the 30th at midnight, and just watch the price action where it finds support and resistance. So here, this first resistance is support 1 on the regular, and the overnight is right here. So there's a strong confluence in this zone, if you will. Okay, so I went ahead and marked the pivots to make it easier to see and understand. So let's just go back to the beginning of the session here, and I'm going to scroll to the right, and you can see how these levels reacted as support and resistance. So you can see S1 here definitely acting as resistance, and then up to the pivot point acting as resistance there, and then coming down to support 2, and that acted as support, and then up to the overnight pivot, and then back down, a test of support 2, but a little higher, kind of the midpoint there, and then up to the pivot point, bouncing off the pivot point, now pivot point becoming support, and by this time we're at the end of the session, and then the market spurted 100 points in the last 15 minutes of trading, and I suspect this had something to do with the impeachment vote. Anyway, beautiful signals on the BWT trend indicator, but if you're struggling with support and resistance, and you can easily use the standard pivot points, the standard pivot formula can work very well for support and resistance. After all, that's what it is. That's what traders did in the old days before we had high-speed internet and data feed and computers. They calculated this by hand, and it's a formula that's been around, and it works. So plot it on the 24-hour chart and the daily chart and transpose it to your charts, and you have a pretty good idea. Now, I just showed today, but I'm pretty confident that if we showed this for other days, it would provide a pretty good map of support and resistance, and this can give you an idea of what levels the market is going to test and when to trade long only or short only based on these levels, and of course other market conditions. Obviously, again, we've been in a long-running bull market, but hope this is helpful to you all. Let's take a look at Trader Jim's live video for today.
January 30th, a little after 7 a.m., taking a long on the Super Enco 6. You've seen this template before, $500 stop and target on 2 contracts. Okay, so why a long? I have no idea. No, I'm kidding. So this area between 90-60, and I spoke about the importance of 90-60, but this area between 90-60 and 90-15 to 20, you see that low there slightly below 20. It's what I call, I guess, a neutral zone. So there are 2 ways to play it. The most conservative way is not to trade at all. Step aside. Let them decide if they want to be trading above 60 or below 15. Above 60 brings about 9100 to 9135. below 60, below 15, brings this area of 89.70 to 89.50. So two ways. The more aggressive way is actually play the edges. So upon a test of support, in this case the 15 to 20 area, and you see a rejection there, you want to take a long up to 60. Upon rejection of 60 going lower, you want to take a short down to the 15 to 20 area. So that's what I did here. I saw this rejection of the 15 to 20 zone and decided to take a long toward 60. So within this large area between say 15 and 60, it's actually okay to take both longs and shorts. So I just waited for the arbitrator to confirm a long trade, and here it is. All right, target one is hit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the stop at break even, just in case this is pre-market.
Similar approach.
And they took me out. That's okay. Gonna stay on longs. Another long. They really should make an effort to 60. I mean, trading above 20 should bring us to 60, so we'll see. Here we go, target hit. Glad to see they're doing what they're supposed to, and really did not even take so long. Pretty good. Okay, might have another trade before the pit session. We'll see.
Together, that it is essential that any networks that involve intelligence sharing must be proven to be secure, and that 35% of telephony that Huawei is going to be allowed into must be restricted to that. But there is this now more cooperative tone coming from Mike Pompeo. I think it was also what was very striking as well from the Secretary's party. So that is the sort of the China hawk side of Mike Pompeo coming out there. There are others in the administration who believe the same. They see China as a threat and see the sort of ideological clash looming between the West and China in the future. So that I think is very striking to hear from Mike Pompeo today. He was also challenged about another issue that is challenging the special relationship. That's the fate of Anne Sekulas, the American.
All right, good. So what I'm going to do now is just put my stop at break even, and I should be back before pit session open at 9:30. It's going to step away for about an hour. So, by the way, again, what a perfect entry by the auto trader. Once I saw that they can't get to 60, I activated the auto trader upon a second try and break the stop here. So once this failed, that's when I clicked the auto trader over here somewhere, and it took a short right here. Absolutely perfect. Just perfection of execution. They continue to move lower. So like I said, if they can't get to 60, they're going to try, the bottom part of this range at around 20. So it's I mentioned it before, the way I see the market, it's this constant struggle between support and resistance. If they can't break support, they're going to try to go up to resistance. If they can't break resistance, they're going to go down and try the support area again. Eventually, one of these two will give way. Either 9,060, a sustained price above 9,060, we'll take it up again to over 9,100. If they can sustain it, they're going to try and break the 9,020 area. If they can do that, then they're going to go lower. And again, this area from a few days ago, this wide zone, between 89.70 and 89.50 becomes in play again, but that's only upon sustained break of 9,020. So interesting stuff, I hope to be, well, I will be back before the pit session open. I'm going to try and leave this running. If I get stepped out, I don't want necessarily the other trader to take shorts without me here, because this is a Super Anchor 6. I leave charts like the open range filter and the 987, because those are bigger idea game play. So, but here, they could just stop me here, and it's fine. So I'll just take a partial. Okay, I'll be back.
From the last administration in a way, but he knows that there will be domestic opposition on the benches. Dozens of Conservative MPs
flown home
Leave
tonight.
the chart with a partial profit with shorts. Loaded a new account, now trading above 60. Can no longer be bearish at this point. Now this could just be a spike, and they could just go lower, but nevertheless, then climbing over the 60 signifies a possible attempt at 9,100. So here's the long, and still about 29 minutes away from the pit session open. Looking today at a possibility of trading the open range filter. I did not trade it in a few days now, and that's because price just wasn't where I wanted it to be. But now, firming up on 60 would definitely lead to higher prices. So then I would have the open range filter on longs.
Our correspondent Laura Bondock is here with the details on this breaking.
So one thing I'm trying to teach myself is just not to be stubborn, just really look objectively at the price action, at my plan. So trading below 60, I could trade both sides as long as we were also above 10. I could have taken 10 or 20. I could have taken longs into 60 and then shorts below 60. But now that we are above 60, now it's longs only, unless they start trading again below 60. Convincingly below 60.
Of this kind of a flight. We understand that as well.
So yesterday I was too hesitant, triggering the long trades, putting the other trader on shorts. I'm sorry, triggering short trades, putting the other trader on shorts. When they broke 91.35 and then 91.22, I think Randy pointed it out in his market profile. Definitely, it was a clear indication for lower prices, and I saw it. I mean, the thing is, I was there. And I was actually saying, I think, in the video, we are going to go lower, and I just hesitated and did not take short. So that's a bit of a lack of discipline on my part. Because in my plan, I clearly stated that I should be taking shorts below 91.35 and especially below 91.22, and I just didn't. So today, I'm not hesitating. We're above 60, so I am taking a long. And if we start breaking 60, I'll be taking shorts.
For 14 days. So that's
it's not easy to do. I mean, in real time, it's never easy to do. I know a lot of you can relate.
Taking off from Wuhan our time. We're going to be speaking to a gentleman who is a British citizen. He's in Wuhan. He's hoping to get on that flight tonight in a few minutes' time. Laura, what's the situation on the ground in Wuhan? It's a very worrying time for people.
It is, and that's what everyone's looking at, how this virus is
Okay, first target.
globally. So the number of confirmed cases worldwide has now risen to nearly 8,000.
So I'm going to put the stop at break even because, again, if they started trading below 60, I wouldn't want to be long anyway.
38 more deaths. That's the highest number in a single
I'll trader once again with that perfect
cases to 100.
long identification, right at 62 and a quarter, above 60.
That brings the number of countries affected to 17. And what we've also
Above 60, like I said, 9100 is just an initial kind of a psychological area, right? Because it's a round number, so there might be some hesitation. But really, back up again to 9135 area.
Put into isolation on board this cruise ship, which has had to dock in a northern city of Rome, Civita Vecchia, and people on board that plane, some 6,000 passengers, are being kept in confinement while they're testing those 2 passengers on board.
Okay, Laura, thank you very much. As I mentioned, we are going to be speaking to...
Years old. She told me what's going on. She was doing it to protect you.
She was doing it to protect me.
What her parents said.
Okay, well, they took me out, looks like to the ticket, and they're going higher. That's okay. I'm going to get ready for the pit session open.
Crying. People knew where they were.
Okay, so they opened up. A bit late for the opening, you guys. Sorry, missed by 1 minute. So this chart that had the partial long just finished it up at 470, so a very slight negative slippage. Here it is. Let's look at the open range. Okay, so the open range, would like it to be maybe slightly lower, but it was fine. Good entry. Looks like my computer is acting up a bit again, kind of slow. Maybe I have too many charts running. So yeah, I mean, again, definitely above 60 should be going toward 9100 and then the 9135. Oops, losing the price on, sorry about that. Wow, well that was fast, got some positive slippage. The open range did great today. So finally I feel like I'm back in the rhythm of the market here. Within 4 minutes, not bad. Open range, done within 4 minutes. All right, so I'm gonna switch back to the Super Renko 6. See what else I can get today. I imagine going to be looking for some kind of a retracement. Then as long as we stay above 60, I'm going to click the longs to continue the move higher. Okay, so here's a retracement and I click the longs. Still, anything above 9,060, it's almost 10 o'clock now. Anything above 9,060 to me is still bullish, even though we have this sell-off. Okay, and here's the long. 1001. $500 target. 2 contracts. Stop is in a good place. 80, there's nothing special about 80. They could actually break 80 to make it all the way down to 60. If they do it, that's fine, then I'll take a loss. But the other trader does recognize a long pattern here. And we're trading above 60, so probability is we should go higher. Okay, target 1, and keep going higher, that's right, keep going higher. Break even just in case. Why break even? Well, because like I said, there's nothing special about this 80 that could actually come down and test the 60. And that's not bearish. It's just the normal flow. Couldn't quite reach the resistance at 91.35, stopped at 91.14. Okay, then let's see if the support still holds. So they could test the 60 area to see if that support still holds. But the reason I'm not taking shorts is because they don't have to do that. All right, keep going. Here we go. Come on. Oh, just so close. Let's trail it a little bit. Take it off the longs. Not much left. Come on. Here we go. Come on. Don't be shy. And boom, perfect. Another one. So, 10:09. And my day just might be done here. Terrific work by the auto trader, just picking the locations. It's just, this Super Enco 6 is just so good with picking locations. 91.08, so they should go to 91.35. Yeah, maybe I'll load another account. Just it was a good day so far already. I would need a decent pullback. I mean, at this point, there's no, like I said, I mean, they should go to 91.35, trading above 9,060, but they didn't touch 9,060 this time, and they just might want to do that. So I'm just going to wait and see, and if nothing, then it's been a great morning, and I'll see you tomorrow. A short in oil here. I'm not too confident about this trade, so I'm only doing one contract with a $250 stop and target, just one contract. As I said before, I don't read oil as well as I do the NASDAQ, so I'm going to risk too much here. But no, just 25 ticks, one contract, and looks like the target is right above the swing low, so that's a good location. So we'll see. Okay, so finally this oil short hit its target. Wow, that took a long time though. I actually stepped away. I didn't want to keep looking at it, look at it from right around 10:20 and just got out. that after 12 o'clock. I did get some, well, no, I guess there's no slippage here. This is minus commissions. So just one contract trading just for $250 target here. And I mean, that's why I'm not too crazy about oil. I, for the most part, do not trade oil. I know some of you do. You know, if you can leave in the comments any kind of strategy that you use for oil, if you have, if you own the auto trader, you have a template that you like for oil, please share. I definitely have a lot to learn about trading oil, but this one worked out for today, and I think I'm done for today. 12:21, yeah. Okay, see you guys tomorrow.